Previously on Dis Irae.
言えば順調、悪く言えば予定調和と言うべきですか。今のままことが進めば、こちらの脱落者はせいぜいが 2,3 人。副首領閣下の手際にしてはいささか落としどころがまっとうすぎるやもしれません。
つまり私には届かぬと。
御身どころか、この私にすら届きますまい。
一度だけ私が出よう。
よう、久しぶり。突っ立ってないでそこにかけろよ。結論から言うと、ここ何日かのお前の行動はほぼ完璧に把握してるな。正確に言うと、月額に転校生が2人来てからってことになるか。当然霞のこともよく知ってる。
言っとくけど面識だってあるよ。ヴィルヘルム・エーレンブルグにルサルカ・シュベーゲル。
じゃあレンはシロって人にもそういう気持ちを持ってるんだね。レンはシローに怒ってたけど嫌いなわけじゃないんでしょ。多分また会えると思うよ。だってシローはレンのことが大好きだから。
Episode 26 Shirou vs. Wilhelm.
出てこいよ。
I could perceive my surroundings with renewed sharpness, possibly due to Marie having returned to me. This was no longer a public square teeming with people. It had transformed into a battlefield heavy with bloodlust. With each breath I took sapping me of stamina.
少しはやれるようになったか、ガキ。
And then the source of that bloodlust now descended from above. I immediately jumped backward as the spot I'd been standing on earlier was smashed apart by something invisible. The paved ground had been pierced, leaving behind a deep hole. Almost like a stake had been driven right into it.
目を開け。肌で感じろ。古い目玉はえぐって捨てろや。今ならてめえにも見えるだろう。
The man's mocking tone rang familiar in my ears. There was no way I'd ever forget that voice. Wilhelm. His aim might have been off, but it was definitely him.
Wilhelm.
The ivory demon cackled as his entire body exuded a demonic aura akin to a heat haze, much like last time. But things would be different this time. He nearly killed me the night before as I had no way to fight back. Not anymore though. I now had both a weapon and a reason to fight. As I put myself on guard, Wilhelm continued staring at me with eyes that glowed a bright hue of crimson, even behind his sunglasses. The color of undiluted rapture.
てめえ、シピーネをやりやがったよな。とりあえず褒めてやる。これでちったマシな戦争になりそうじゃねえか。
His tone displayed not a speck of rage or sorrow. What? Rage of... We'll just forget that. Sorrow over his comrade's demise. I had no interest in these bastards' personal relations, but it appeared he didn't merely come here to exact revenge.
しかしまあ、実際情けない話だわな。お前みたいなガキにやられたシュピーネも、最初の人探しに外れつかまされ続けたこの俺も。なあよ、正義に欲求不満だぜ。お前責任取ってくれるか。おい。
Raising his right hand, Wilhelm focused all of his wicked energies into it, just like earlier when he...
しかも、どの程度のもんか見てやる。
An invisible impact came flying from... No, wait. Not quite invisible. Open your eyes. Feel it in your skin. Gouge out your own eyeballs and throw them away. I altered my perception, returning my senses to the supernatural, the extraordinary. And with that, I could see it, comprehend it. This was a stake, a fang to pierce all in its path. Wilhelm's Unresolved. I dodged it, Papa relied on sheer instinct, but through sight. A feat impossible to the average person, but very much within the realm of possibility for someone like me, who had already mastered formation. Yeah, right, man. This is like the second time we've done this. Don't go around saying we've mastered it just yet. Cockiness could prove to be our downfall. Oh. What's that? Following a tempest of stakes, Wilhelm closed in on me without missing a beat. As soon as I dodged a blow from the right, he launched a kick at my temple. His strikes came faster than ever before, and the third one there would have killed me, had I still been my former weak self. However, things have changed.
はあ、やるね。大したもんだ。
Can't kick me around anymore. Prepare yourself, Wilhelm. This ends tonight. Guarding his attacks with my arms left them numb. I felt a shock akin to an explosion going off from my temples, but I still remained conscious. Wilhelm's blows smashed the pavement, broke large trees, and shattered iron fences. No normal human could have blocked them, yet I. It hadn't quite sunk in back when I fought Spine, but there was no longer any room for doubt.
その丈夫さから見る限り、どうやら形成異界まで行ったらしいな。
My body was just as inhuman as these freaks.
いいね。そろそろ
Sucks.
たまんねえ。戦はこうでなくしゃつまらねえ。
We had to turn into these freaks to fight these freaks.
てめえも出せ。見せてみろ。これまで待っててやったんだ。さぞかしいい具合に育ってんだろ。ちんたら素手でやり合ってても、俺は生物以外じゃやらねえぞ。
My neck and right arm began to ache, as though in concert with Wilhelm's ecstatic outburst of joy. In contrast to Mary's purity, the guillotine was a concentration of bloodlust and malice. Perceiving the aura of a kindred being, it audibly composed my body. But I couldn't allow it to run berserk. Unless I kept a tight hold on the reins and my sanity, I wouldn't be able to defeat these bastards. Provided that I could do all that, they were by no means invincible. But as those very thoughts flashed through my mind,
前にも自重しろと言ったはずだが、米注意。
I realized it only applied to one-on-one fights. Something like this would complicate matters. A two-on-one?
桜井。
With her joining the fray, the battle had now turned into a two-on-one encounter. Hardly unpredictable, but I'd be lying if I said this didn't make the things more dangerous.
よーレオン。てめえ突っ込んでやがれよ。このガキは俺の獲物だ。渡さねえ。 もう鬼ごっこは終わったんだ。クリストフがてめえに渡した試験なんざ今は何の意味もないんだぜ。
分かっている。だがその芸家からの新たな命令を忘れたのか。お前に任せたら殺すだろう。
After practically spitting out her words, Sakurai turned back towards me.
こんばんは藤井君。一応聞いておくんだけど、今から私たちについてくる気はあるかしら。
Fuck off. The hell? I feel myself at a complete loss. What did she mean by come with us?
生産杯芸家が会いたがっている。今夜の私たちはあなたを彼のところへ連れて行くのが仕事だね。
生産杯だ。
Spinna used that title to refer to the current commander, so talking to him would mean walking right into their main base? What a joke.
抵抗しなければ危害は加えないと約束するけど。
あほらし。もうやめろやレオン。危害を加えるだの加えないだのそういう問題じゃねえんだよ。こいつは俺らとやり合う気だ。言うことなんか聞きやしねえ。だから。 連れて行くならぶちのめすしかねえだろうが。
I hated to admit it, but Wilhelm was right. I had no intention of accepting any offers from them. And there was a bit of a silver lining to this overwhelming disadvantageous situation. If they were not actively trying to kill me, there was no reason for me not to take advantage of that. Doesn't mean I can't actively try to kill them. This is war. You don't play fair. Fight to win. Besides,
お前らさっきまでここにいた奴らをどこにやった？
don't tell me you killed them all.
ああ、
殺したのか？
いいえ、そんなことはしていない。
Where are they?
あなたを刺激しないようにただの人払いをしただけよ。それをもってこちらの際を組んでくれると助かるけど、どうやら聞く耳持たないようね。
Sakurai narrowed her eyes. I had no clue exactly how powerful she was, but I knew I couldn't take her lightly. In all honesty, I didn't feel too hot about having to fight a woman either, but whatever.
おら！突っ込んだろっつったのが聞こえなかったのか？てめえはよ。
そっちこそ芸家の命令を守る気があるのかないのか。
Think we could slink away where they kill each other?
このまま言い合ったところで平行線だ。早い者勝ちで納得しろ。
面白い。
Wilhelm's expression had shifted to a sneer, while Sakurai's to a look of disappointment as they both turned back to face me.
さっきも言ったけど藤井君、無駄な怪我をしたくなければ変な抵抗をしないでちょうだい。
Damn it.
いや、俺は歓迎だぜ。てめえも男なら血ヘド吐いてあがき倒せ。
The first strike came from Wilhelm at a speed outclassing all of his previous attacks, yet I managed to dodge it by a hair's breadth.
武器は使うなよ。で、
A kick flew at me from above at almost the exact same time. I expected those two to be out of sync given their conflicting personalities, but their timing was impeccable. I barely managed to defend myself with my arms, but the hard impact echoed all the way to my tiptoes. The enemy fighting barehanded didn't mean I owed them the courtesy to do the same, but if they kept up with these rapid-fire attacks, I wouldn't have time to form my Unresolved. As a result, I was forced to fight a defensive battle while still barehanded. My two opponents' attacks were a stark contrast to their personalities. In other words, Wilhelm fought like a beast with effective speed and strength that completely ignored any sense of form, while Sakurai relied on distinguishingly precise hand-to-hand fighting and moved straight out of a textbook. Large, wild swings from the former and quick, compact strikes from the latter, the combination of which allowed no room for counterattacks. Things would just keep getting worse for me if I kept this up. I still hadn't taken any direct blows, but it eventually whittled down my stamina, so now was my only chance. I took Sakurai's kick head-on without dodging it, as I wouldn't be able to counterattack unless I allowed one of them to hit me. There was no other choice. At the very least, taking one of her attacks would probably not render me unable to do battle. The kick into my solar plexus ended up being stronger than I had anticipated, but not to the point of crushing my organs. Putting aside my newfound resilience, Sakurai was likely not lying about not wanting to kill me. I grabbed her ankle, dragging it toward me. While the three of us all lined up in a straight line, Wilhelm could no longer reach me. Got him. Paying no heed to that, Wilhelm launched another attack. Was he seriously planning to strike right through Sakurai? Alerted to the danger, Sakurai attempted to twist her body without freeing herself from my grasp. But she was a moment too late. Just as my mind's eye pictured Wilhelm's arm piercing right through Sakurai's chest and reaching my face, the future ended up averted in the nick of time. The fact that Sakurai used her free leg to kick Wilhelm away, thus sending all three of us flying away from each other, was hardly even worth mentioning. No, instead, what gave more cause to surprise was the gunshot that rang out right before that. It saved both me and Sakurai. Wilhelm stood up, his smirk completely gone. Though his voice was quiet, its tone carried evident indignation. but not because he had been kicked by Sakurai or robbed of his chance to kill me. It was the gunshot that set him off. Spitting out the bullet he caught between his teeth, the ivory demon let out a rasping growl.
クソガキがてめえよっぽど死にたいらしいな。
Fuck is that? Oh shit. Oh! And only then did I realize that Shirou Yusa had been standing back to back with me with an invincible smirk that showed a complete lack of interest in Wilhelm's rage.
おうおう、相変わらず丈夫な歯してるな、お前。実は小魚とか好きなんだろ。
His tone reflected not a shred of fear. A goddamn idiot. I told him not to get involved. And yet...
お前
ヨーレン、今のはチート危なかったんじゃねえの実際。その辺、俺に感謝の言葉とかないのかよ。なあ、そっちの姉ちゃん、お前もだよ。日本人なら礼儀正しく行こうや、お互い。別にお前を助ける気なんかなかったけど、結果的にそうなったんだから、何か言うことがあるんじゃ
Dude,
ね
she
え。
don't need saving, man. Like me and Sakurai replied to Shiro's nonsensical remarks with silence. I couldn't tell if she was exasperated, confused, or perhaps both. Honestly, not even I was sure how I felt.
まあとにかくこれで2対2っていうことだよな。
Yeah, we've evened the odds, except Shirou has no powers and will likely die very quickly. The only thing I could say for sure was that he stuck his nose where he shouldn't have. I'm not turning back now. Nothing I could say would make him retreat. Not if these bastards would let him.
バカが
He really was a bona fide idiot. No sane person would willingly get involved with his bloodshed. Oh, Shirou being a bit of a nutjob was hardly news to me. Despite knowing it was pointless, I still addressed him.
帰れよシロ。
I was mentally begging for him to just go. I may not like the man, but I didn't want to see him die.
嫌だね。さっきも言ったろうが。俺が動くのをお前に止められる覚えはねえ。あんま束縛きつすぎると人間関係うまくいかんぜ。バカスミにしろ俺にしろ、お前の都合に合わせて生きてるわけじゃねえんだし。お前にとっちゃ人生主役はお前だろうが、俺にとっちゃ俺が主役だ。脇役の言うことなんか聞かねえっての。
You are your own protagonist.
なあ、そうだろうが。
He's got a
違うかよ。
Honestly, if you were him, you had that attitude, would you miss an opportunity like this? Hell no. He doesn't care if he dies. He just wants to have fun. All the way until the end. And I simply glared at him in silence. In the end, it was Wilhelm who ultimately spoke up.
よあ、てめえさっきから何好き勝手なことペラ回してやがる。いきなり出てきて気持ちよくなりってんじゃねえぞ小僧が。うるせえ、黙れ。
Shirou says what I could not. A thunderous roar. No, 3 roars broke out in succession. Sparks flew from Shirou's gun as if to tell Wilhelm he was wasting his breath.
こっちが話してる最中だろうが。口挟むなよ、白髪野郎。
This guy really knew no fear. To shoot at someone twice without hesitation only went to show that he was even more screwed up than had been before. But this time, he picked the wrong guy to mess with.
おい、チンポのガキだな、お前も。
Wilhelm appeared to be more irritated than astonished as he brushed his fingers along his chest where the bullets hit, sending the crushed pieces of metal to fall to the pavement with a clink.
前にも言ったろ、学習しろや劣等人種。
You think Shirou's got some power and he's just not telling us? Maybe. Right, guns didn't work on these bastards. I can only hope they gave Shirou enough of a hint.
一緒に戦ってくれなんて頼んでない。悪いことは言わないから早く逃げろよ。
まったく
釣れないね。どいつもこいつも。
I thought he was working with those guys. What happened to that? Does he not care anymore? And this jackass could still go on laughing despite the situation. I would kill to be so carefree.
なあレン、あいつ俺にやらせろよ。チンピラはチンピラ同士、優等生は優等生同士。
No,
女丸め込むの得意だ。
that's not a fight you can win. On what grounds? God, where did he get all that stupid composure from?
2対2でちょうどいい。俺はあいつで、お前。
Sakurai. True, my goal today was to beat her, but Wilhelm wasn't someone you could pass off as a joke. He's not exactly, you know, weak. Shirou was only getting in the way. I couldn't afford to worry about him. But what was I supposed to tell Kasumi if Shirou did end up getting himself killed? God, never the end of it.
つまらないわね。
Sakurai spoke up, her voice interrupting my inner conflict.
もう手遅れよ。だって
今さら逃がすとでも思ってんのか。これも前に言ったよな。俺を攻撃した以上次なんかね。
The die had already been cast. There was no going back now. So at the very least, it'd be best to eliminate one of them as quickly as possible in a 2-on-1 confrontation. Preferably the stronger one, in other words, Wilhelm. And in order to do that, I need perfect mutual understanding with my partner, but... wow.
ところで、今月の星占いにあったんだけどよ。
Man, you believe in that hogwash?
俺ってほら、魚座じゃん。
Pisces, that
どう
figures.
もカニ座と相性いいらしいのよ。
Good, because they're both cancers. I no longer had any clues going through his mind.
お前、何座だったっけ？
I'm a Leo.
動物系だっけ？物系だっけ？つうかおい、ノリ悪いんだよさっきから。
What?
お前もしかして餃子とかヤクザとかブリザード級のギャグ言おうとしてるんじゃないだろうな。
I don't understand what you're even saying.
そんなわけないだろう。
His bullshit was not giving me just a headache. It downright made me dizzy. On second thought. Maybe he would be better off dead. But heaving a long sigh, I addressed the idiot behind me.
フォローなんか期待するなよ。
そりゃ俺のセリフだっつ。
Jesus, what did I stand back to back with the guy now, of all times? I thought we'd never see each other again. We may have had this unpleasant but inseparable kind of relationship, but god damn!
喧嘩の蹴りはどっちがこれに生き残るかでつけようよ。
Well, it's gonna be me. You're going to die, like, immediately. Just talking like one of us was gonna die.
じゃあてめえらよ。
An ominous shockwave gushed out of Wilhelm's right hand in an instant. It was as Ananabe's activation. Seeing how it wasn't quite formation, sure his human eyes probably weren't able to perceive it.
それって死ね。
He fired off an invisible stake in our direction with the casual movement of someone trying to squash a bug. The shocking part came right after that. I tried to push her out of the way, but the only thing I felt was thin air. He reacted that attack faster than I did. The fuck?
舐めすぎだろ、お前。
Not only that, he thrust the gun right at Wilhelm's temple. Then pulled the trigger. The sheer swiftness of his actions earned the impressed look from Sakurai. I myself was completely taken aback. A mere human like Shirou was able to dodge an attack from Ananabe, close the distance between himself and Wilhelm, and shoot the bastard at point-blank range? Unbelievable. Naturally, it wasn't a fatal attack by any stretch of the imagination, but this still should have been impossible.
あなた何？
ああ、見てわかるだろ。ただの通りすがりのイケメンだよ。
No. There's more to me that even I don't know. Up until now, Shirou was nothing but an out-of-place intruder. Now, he stood out more than anyone else here. Although Wilhelm wasn't hurt by the earlier attack, he still ended up being forced to take a few steps back.
へえ、 なんだよ。
Where does glasses
意外に色
go?
男なんだな、お前。
Well, sunglasses were smashed, exposing his bare, emotionless face. He simply glared at Shirou in silence, displaying no response to his provocation. And then,
気が変わった。そっちのガキはお前がやる。
分かっ
話はまとまったみたいだな。つうことだとよ、レン。んな顔すんなよ。さっきの見たろ。俺もまあそう捨てたもんじゃねえんだからさ。
みたいだな。
I wasn't sure how it happened, but he didn't appear to be normal either. Well, not the same guy was 2 months ago, at least.
じゃあそういうことだ。
This unexpected confrontation ultimately culminated in the following state of affairs. I had to be taken on Sakurai, while Shirou would fight Wilhelm. Can we kill them both in one go? Wilhelm Ehrenberg pondered. Although a scoundrel who acted superior to everyone else, Wilhelm still had a keen eye for all things concerning battles. His narcissistic traits had never placed him in an unfavorable situation. Not once. As such, even as he felt himself trembling with blinding rage, he continued to calmly analyze the opponent standing before him. The boy was undoubtedly human. He sensed none of the grim atmosphere particular to one who had been blessed with the ways of sorcery. Then how in the world had he...
まあ何にせよ、クリストフとやり合って命拾ったのは伊達じゃねえっていうわけか。
Interesting. He had considered him to be mere small fry, but it seemed like he'd proved to be significantly more fun than expected. Even in the face of the ivory demon's beastly gaze, likely to cause most to faint, Shirou remained calm, with a smile on his lips. The boy was likely a bold one to begin with, yet Wilhelm's senses hadn't dulled enough to be content with such an explanation. He acknowledged the young man's exceptional athletic ability and realized he was no stranger to violent fights. But the terrifyingly colossal gap between his and Wilhelm's strength should have been evident to the boy. He should have realized that victory was but a pipe dream. Fear, uneasiness, anxiety, none of these self-preservative traits must have functioned properly in Shirou. He was enjoying being caught between a rock and a hard place.
そうか。なるほど、そういうことか。
Only one conclusion remained. This was a rampage. Assuming that sanity had really taken leave of him, the boy was burning up his last drops of fuel, pushing his body's performance to its limits. His cockpit, his brain, had neither seatbelt nor parachute.
ずいぶんと懐かしいじゃねえかよ、おい。これも野郎のふざけた遊びか。それともただの偶然か。まあ、どっちでも構わねえがよ。
I'm actually curious to see how this all goes down.
何が原因でそうなったにしろ、お前もう長くないぜ。
Whether they were separating his sense of pain or amplifying his 5 senses, the intracerebral narcotics that caused his effects were generally a powerful and short-lived drug. It was as though the young man's body had been locked in a perpetual state of life-threatening situational response, all of its limits removed.
思想が見えるぜ、ガキ。そうなって生き残ったやつはいねえ。ああ、だから
Shirou snorted, clearly not caring in the slightest.
そんなの今は関係ねえさ。分かってるのは、お前ら変態相手にしても、俺はある程度遊べるってこと。いや、もしかしたらやれるかもしれねえぞ。
Arrogance. Nonsense. There was not knowing one's place, and then there was this. But even if he was bluffing, he still had the balls to say it. Not bad.
バカ！来やがるぜ、クソガキが。笑わせてくれるよ、面白い。はは、そりゃよかったよ、注意殿。マジで暴れんのは久しぶりで、調子出ねえなら手加減しようか。なんだお前、ひよった俺とやり合いてえのか。まさかバカこけ。
Oh. Shirou's coat fluttered as he laughed off Wilhelm's barrage of nonsensical questions. Oh man, look at that.
レンのやつは強い方から潰そうと考えてたみたいだが、そりゃ違うよな。ごちゃまんするときはまず弱いやつを潰すんだよ。確実に消せるところから消していく。つまり
See, that's how I would approach the situation. Take out the weak ones first and then go for the strong ones.
つまり
Naturally, this team up was born for that very reason.
あのガキがレオンをやるまでの間、お前は俺の足止めか。なるほど。意外に目端が利くじゃねえかよ。だが、正直あの坊ちゃんに女を殺せるかどうかは疑問だぜ。何せ猿同士、ガキ同士、共感するところもあるだろうしな。
まあそりゃ実際怪しいとこだが、あいつはあれで結構容赦ない性格もしてるんだよ。場合によっちゃガキでも遠慮なんかしやしねえや。
Right, had it coming.
それにそもそも
The Desert Eagle glimmered with a black luster in the dark of night. Shirou was spinning all 2 kilograms of the world's most powerful pistol with his left index finger as he made another jovial remark.
俺は一言もお前が強い方だとは言ってないぜ。
An orchestra of blinding muzzle flashes, deafening roars burst forth in an instant, a series of baffling, impossible curved shots that completely disregarded all the basics and theories of proper ballistics. Normally, anyone who tried to pull up a stunt like that with such a large caliber gun would sooner destroy their own wrist than the target. However...
それなら聞くが、一番弱いのは誰だ、小僧。
Shirou's Desert Eagle rounds went flying toward his opponent's middle line, heading for all vital spots from his brow to his heart without even the slightest bit of deviation. The only problem was that Wilhelm ended up catching them all with his bare hands. Bullets don't seem to do a whole lot to these guys. As the crushed bullets scattered on the ground, Wilhelm went on with a taunt.
今さらこんなもんは挨拶代わりにもならねえぞ。何か手があるならさっさと見せな。いくらか丈夫で鈍感ってだけのやつが他に芸もなく俺の前に立ったってんならお前。
Wilhelm's body began to tremble. His relaxed movements and posture reminiscent of that of a predator about to sink its fangs into its prey.
死んじまうぜ!
The blow launched by Wilhelm was merciless, brimming with strength and exhibiting speed far surpassing any human standards. A full-blown attack of his current Grisaia degree without even the slightest hint of restraint. In other words, this was a test of sorts. If his opponent was a normal human, he'd likely die in one shot with no hope of a counterattack. But should he survive, even for just a few seconds, he could be classified as a low-grade superhuman. In which case, he'd be worth devouring right here and now. In the end, Shirou passed a magnificently dangerous test with flying colors. He uses a completely different method to stave off a strike that would otherwise be impossible to evade or block through mere human strength, reflexes, and stamina. The blow itself was impossible to dodge. Besides, the average man would likely be completely paralyzed by fear. With his sense of danger lacking, the only thing Shirou could do was hit Wilhelm's arm with the grip of his gun. He handled it like a knife, though, due to its unwieldy shape. It allowed for just a single trajectory. At a glance, it appeared to be no more than a futile struggle on his part. But that in itself did not prove to be a problem in this case. If one could not evade an attack altogether, all it came down to was avoiding a direct hit, and so he did. Shirou was sent flying as though he'd just come in contact with a speeding train car. He wasn't even swept away by the attack itself, but the air pressure generated. Wilhelm couldn't help but show a hint of admiration at his opponent's unexpected method of dodging. Naturally, Shirou did not escape from that unscathed. He suffered a severe dislocation. A wrong move and his bones would have shattered into pieces. However, the fact remains that he escaped with the minimum possible injury. Furthermore, he likely paid no heed to a wound of this caliber. The way he kept firing his gun without missing a beat, despite flying through the air after what should have been a severely painful collision, stood testament to it. There was no longer any doubt that Shirou felt no pain whatsoever. Oh man, look at that. After taking each bolt head-on without dodging, a brisk sensation of numbness spread all throughout Wilhelm's body. His eyes glimmered in a dangerous hue of crimson like embers, while his canines began to extend. After performing a flawless landing, Shirou rose to his feet and flashed a confident smile.
おっかねえな。スイッチ入っちまったみてえじゃねえの。
Indeed, Shirou's actions only seemed to hasten his own downfall, while his previous exchange of blows with Wilhelm was admirable. He might have been luckier if he just perished then and there. The reason was simple.
いいぞお前悪くね
Most who provoked the ivory demon to this extent had met a fate far worse than death.
ギリギリ合格ってことにしてやろうお前の魂俺が数に値すると認めてやる
For he was the merciless Kaziklube, a demon who literally thirsted for the blood of others.
誇れや小僧ただの人間相手に怠慢でこれ使うのは30年ぶりくらいだよ名乗りな覚えといてやる
The very air began to sway and tremble, heralding the descent of something monumentally sinister. Wicked energy spurted up like a heat haze, shrouding the vicinity in the foul stench of blood. Surrounded by the kind of miasma that would make lesser men vacate the contents of their stomachs, Shirou went on in a calm tone.
ユサシロってんだ。忘れていいぜ。どうせお前すぐにくたばっちまうんだからよ。
Shockwaves of Wilhelm's booming cackle pulverized the pavement, destroying even nearby streetlights. Still shaken by a violent fit of laughter, the ivory demon recalled how much enjoyment to toying with his prey like this. And yes, the brat had a bite to match his bark. He would keep things entertaining enough until Wilhelm finally chose to devour his soul. He earnestly hoped the boy wouldn't do anything to kill the mood.
俺が死ぬだと
ああ、思想が見えるぜ。
At that moment, his body, that had up until now been so balanced he could pass off as a ballet dancer, began to twist and bend. He bulged, undulated, and started wriggling like an amoeba. Almost like the blood in his body had a will of its own.
ならそれ外れだ夜の俺は死なねえ死なせてくれなんだよこいつらがな
They won't let me. The moment he uttered those words, that very blood exploded. Culminated in the blooming of deformed plants that had been cultivated within the seedbed of his body. Yet they sported neither flowers nor leaves, neither sap nor fruits. All they possessed was the most wicked of essences. For they were the extensions of his bloodlust and a manifestation of his fangs, all throbbing in synchrony with the beating of his heart.
こりゃまた。
Even Shirou found himself at a loss for words, astonished even. The destroyed pavement around Wilhelm crumbled to sand while the still flickering streetlights vanished without a trace. They completely and literally withered away, squeezed for everything they had, like Kudipoth, the tree of death. Wilhelm drained life from all around him, be it water or electricity, and claimed it for himself. Inorganic substances were no exception either. One hardly needed too much of an imagination to picture exactly what would befall any living creature devoured by it.
一つ忠告してやるよ
Despite being covered from head to toe in the stench of blood, Wilhelm's voice remained contrastively gentle. His words held no falsity, no pretense, only the truth bare and exposed.
こうなると手加減できねえ限り出すんだよこいつらがよ
That is fucked up. Look at that. Oh my god. A splitting, thunderous roar shook the vicinity like the explosion of a cannonball. He couldn't see, no, perceive a thing. Shirou realized that, in fact, he could only hear the roar of an explosion after the blast had already happened. As such, all of his actions were but a result of reflexes, near superhuman reactions unshackled by the conscious mind. Although the very fact that he had prepared the stage to lead to this in the first place could be interpreted as a premeditated action. In truth, the only thing that betrayed his expectations was the scale of the feat his opponent had pulled off. The vending machine he immediately ducked behind cover for was crushed like an empty box of cigarettes. To make matters worse, its blown-away mass had turned into a lethal weapon, crashing straight into Shirou. And that was hardly all. A blood-stained stake shot in his direction, piercing right through the giant lump of iron veiling his vision. Shirou let out an audible cry of pain. Though the stake didn't hit him directly, it had managed to take out a chunk from his flank. Once he sent both Shirou and the vending machine flying, Wilhelm chased after his prey and launched a punch at him from above. The only thing that saved Shirou from the fate of being skewered and pinned into the machine was his series of acrobatic moves, made possible only through his inhuman reflexes. As such, what transpired could only be described as a miracle. Once Shirou managed to perform a one-handed back handspring to put some distance between him and Wilhelm, the latter shot a stake after him. The first shot was instinct, the second one was fate. Though formation had made them visible, their speed exceeded kinetic vision to begin with. With their power doubled, they were dangerous beyond compare. However, in spite of that, his target dodged them, evaded them. Wilhelm couldn't lay a single hit. The numbing heat, the nauseating shudders and chills, the scar on his flank amounting to no more than a graze, ached with the pain 1,000,000 times more maddening in intensity than his dislocated elbow. His agony was not physical in nature, for it felt like a fang had been thrust deep into his very spirit. The accursed weapon violated and devoured the soul, tormenting its prey with a complete disregard for its resilience to pain. Naturally, Shirou neither knew nor comprehended any such principles. There was but one thing he knew, or rather thought. He was dying to roll on the floor and laugh his head off. He felt pain, dread, joy, and above all else, rage, wretched indignation. And the only way to express that cornucopia of emotions was through laughter. True abnormality occurred right afterwards. Wilhelm launched a fierce attack consisting of entire scores of stakes capable of skewing a normal person 100 times over. Yet not a single one of them managed to hit their target. A hail of projectiles, like spears held at the ready, showered down upon Shirou, yet he dodged them all while charging ever onwards. Wilhelm paused in amazement. Anyone would likely have done the same in his shoes. Shirou was not fast at all. He was slow, even. At the very least, being able to dodge the incessant barrage of stakes should have far exceeded his physical capabilities. So how was he pulling it off? No. No one should have been repeatedly that lucky. Shirou uttered those absurd remarks right in Wilhelm's face. No man had ever gotten this close to Wilhelm without even being hit once. He had not seen anything like this abnormal in his whole 8 decades of carnage and murder. Shirou struck Wilhelm on the chest as though he was casually messing around with his best buddy, all the while flashing a smile of a kid who'd been caught pulling a prank.
今たまたまそのモードに入ったっつうだけだけどな。四六時中ってわけじゃないんだぜ。だからショック受けんなよ、注意殿。別にあんたがしょぼいとか言うわけじゃねえんだしよ。
At that moment, almost like he was trying to shoo away a pesky fly, Wilhelm sent Shirou flying with a single wave of his arm, demonstrating the latter's painfully average speed and resilience for all to see. The sight of it made one question whether or not Shirou's prior acrobatics had all been real. Look at that. Oh man. Wilhelm was left thoroughly confused. He couldn't understand what the deal was with this guy. Was he strong or weak? Was he a joke, or was he for real? He couldn't tell, nor was he in any condition for long-winded pondering right now. Anger, shame, and delight. Even if forming his weapon didn't leave him unable to form over the simplest of thoughts, Wilhelm would have abandoned pursuing those questions any further. For his blood danced in exultation, his heart throbbed with joy. Kaziklu Bey surrendered his body to pure and undiluted frenzy in the face of such a mysterious, unusual prey. He felt like $1,000,000. His voice trembled with passion to the point it made him slur his words. Wilhelm made it his mission to devour the brat no matter what he had in store for him.
トマ、せっかく乗ってきたとこ悪いけどよ。
Shirou sat up and winked.
ジ・エンド。バイバイ。
With the crack of thunder, he shot a bolt aimed straight at Wilhelm's heart. A pointless attempt, of course, for mere bullets could not harm a knight of the Obsidian Round Table. However, Shirou had touched Wilhelm there a few seconds ago, and the latter didn't bother to check why he did that. And a moment later, two abnormalities occurred. Sakura and I made our way across the plaza in front of the tower all the way over to the nearby Suwahara Bridge. She was the one who led me here. Though I was trying to avoid being separate from Shirou, she cunningly lured me to this place without me even realizing what she was up to. I gritted my teeth in frustration, knowing it was too late.
Shirou.
Would that idiot be alright? I had seen with my own eyes that his confidence was not misplaced, but that didn't mean he could beat Wilhelm. I'd hoped he would try and escape, but I also knew, irritatingly, that he was not that kind of guy.
落ち着きがないのね、相変わらず。
Sakura heaved a sigh like this was someone else's problem, despite her being the very person making me this flustered.
別に他意があったわけじゃないわよ。ただ私が戦ってるベイに近寄りたくなかっただけ。まあ、それであなたの友達がどうなるかは知らないけど。一応、もう一度だけ聞くわね、藤井君。おとなしくついてくる気。ある、そう。
Sakura's lips formed a faint smile as she gathered the answer from my expression.
じゃあ始めようか。
Alrighty, what is the result of the amazing fight between Wilhelm and Shirou? And what will be the result between us fighting Sakurai? Well, we're gonna find out in the next episode of Disare. Have a good day.